So let's start 2 feet away from the motion detector and walk away at 1.5 feet per second. If we're starting 2 feet away from the motion detector and we're walking away at 1.5 feet per second, when the time is 0, what's the distance? How do you know it's 2? Because it says we start at 2. So when we very first start, when time is 0, our distance is 2. When our time is 1, what's our distance? How do you know it's 3.5? 1.5 feet per second. 1 second has elapsed, so I'm 1.5 feet away from where I was before, correct? What about 2 seconds? 5, how do you know 5? Another second has elapsed. Excellent. Okay? So now here's like the tricky part, right? What happens if t is 10? What happens if our time is 10? Do we just want to add 1.5, 1.5, 1.5 until we get to 10? No, there's got to be a faster way, right? If it's 1.5 feet per second and we know we're going for 10 seconds, what does the per mean right there? 1.5 feet per second. Multiply, right? So it's 1.5 times 10, 15. Is that the answer right here? Oh, because we have to add the 2, right, that we very first started with. So 17. Questions? So then tell me what t is. Okay, good. T is time. Thank you very much. What's our distance when t is t? 2 plus 1.5 t. Is that the only way we could have written it? How else could we have written it? 1.5 t plus 2. Excellent. Okay, so what's my function rule? F of x or f of t? Do we care? No? So let's say f of x then. If I say f of x, what's my function? 2 plus 1.5x. Okay? The only place that specifies t is right here. When I write my function rule, I can choose f of x or I could choose f of t, either one. Okay? I heard somebody say f of x, so I went with f of x just so you could see what it would look like. If I said f of t, what would my function rule look like? F of t equals 2 plus 1.5t. Either one of those is correct, right? Okay, so look at number 2. Walk slowly away from the motion detector at a constant rate. What? How fast? Constant and slow, right? So, but it doesn't say, so we can choose. Okay, we can choose. How fast do you want to walk if we're supposed to be walking slowly? What kind of rate do you want to use? 0.5. How about 0.5? Feet per second. So if t is 0, time is 0, what's our distance? Oh, we can make that up too? We can just randomly make up stuff? Sometimes, right? Sometimes if it's not given to us in the problem and we need to be able to continue, we can do that. So how far away from the motion detector do you want to start? 3 feet? Excellent. So if we're starting 3 feet away from the motion detector, what is the distance when the time is 1? 3.5. Excellent. What's the distance when time is 2? 4. So what's the distance when the time is t? 3 plus 0.5 t. So what's my function look like? So you want to call this one g of t? Why don't I want to call it f? I can if I want, but we already called this one f. So can we call this one g? And this time we're going to decide we want to stay with the t. Is that okay? 3 plus 0.5 t. Right? Okay, look at number 3. Walk quickly away from the motion detector at a constant rate. We have to choose a starting point, don't we? Okay, so when the time is 0, what's our distance? 2. Why did we choose 2? Because he said, right? Okay. All right, so when time is 1, what's our distance? Do we know how fast we're going? No? Can we need to choose a rate, right? Yeah, it is quickly. So, I heard 4 first is what I heard. Is that okay? Well, maybe I just ignored the rest of you until I heard 4. Are you okay with that? Okay, so if we do 2 feet per second, when time is 1, what is the distance? 6. When the time is 2, what's the distance? 10, because every second I'm traveling 4 feet, right? What about the time, or when time is t, excuse me. 2 plus 4t, 4t. What is my function? Okay, f of t. 2 plus 4t. We have to use t because that's the variable I chose, right? Okay, so what about number 4? Walk slowly toward the motion detector at a constant rate. You want to start at, why would we start at 7? That's so far away. Oh, we're walking toward. Okay, so you want to start at 7? How slowly are we going to walk this time? 1 foot per second is good. So when time is 0, our distance was 7. When our time is 1, wait, why did we choose 7 again? Because that's what we heard, right? That's what I heard first, and we need to be further away because we're walking toward it. So when time is 1, what's our distance? 6, because again, we're walking toward. So we have what kind of line? A negative slope or a decreasing line. Very good. Okay. So when time is 2, what's our distance? 5. When time is t, what's our distance? Like that? Can I write 1t if I want? Absolutely. Okay. So what's our function? Seven minus x, right? Okay. Finish these last 2 on your own. Have a great day.